Did you know apricots are among the earliest fruits to ripen, and they do so right on the tree? Now that's a juicy fact. These golden orbs are a delight to behold, and their ripening process is unique, happening right there on the tree branches, absorbing the sun's warmth. Understanding when an apricot is at its peak ripeness can be a little tricky, but don't worry, we've got you covered. Stay tuned as we unravel the secrets of determining the ripeness of apricots and the best practices for picking and storing them. Determining the ripeness of apricots isn't rocket science, it's all about the signs. So, how do we decipher these signs? Well, first, let's talk about color. A ripe apricot has a golden orange hue. It's as if it's absorbed every drop of sunshine and turned it into an enticing, vibrant color. If you see green, that's a clear sign your apricot needs more time to ripen. Next, let's talk about firmness. When you gently press a ripe apricot, it should yield slightly under your fingers. It's like a friendly handshake, firm yet welcoming. If it's too hard, it's not ripe yet. But beware, if it's too soft, then it might be overripe. The Goldilocks of apricots, you might say, is just right. Not too hard, not too soft. And then there's the fragrance. A ripe apricot has a sweet floral aroma that's quite distinctive. It's as if the apricot is inviting you to take a bite. If you can't smell anything, give it a little more time. If it's overripe, the smell might be too strong, almost fermented. Now, why is it so important to pick apricots at the right stage of ripeness? It's all about flavor, my friends. An unripe apricot can be tart and lack sweetness, while an overripe one can become mushy and lose its delightful texture. The perfectly ripe apricot, however, is a symphony of sweet and tart flavors, with a juicy, almost buttery texture that leaves you craving for more. In essence, determining apricot ripeness is an art, a sensory experience that involves your eyes, touch, and nose. It's a little adventure every time you pick an apricot, whether from a tree or a grocery store shelf. Remember, a ripe apricot is a tasty apricot. So keep these signs in mind when you're out in your garden or at the grocery store. If you are finding this video informative and helpful, don't forget to show your support by giving it a thumbs up, subscribing to our channel, and hitting the notification bell. Your participation is invaluable and greatly appreciated as it helps support the channel and allows us to continue creating content that empowers you on your health journey. Don't forget to check out the links in the description for products that promote a healthy life. Let's continue with that video. Now that you know how to determine the ripeness of apricots, it's time to pick them. But wait, there's a right way and a wrong way to do that too. When it comes to picking apricots, being gentle is the golden rule. You don't want to squeeze the fruit too hard, as this could cause bruising. Instead, cradle the apricot in your hand and gently twist it. If it's ripe, it should come off the tree easily. Remember, an apricot is like a baby. It needs tender, loving care. So when you're picking it, make sure to leave a little bit of the stem attached. This will protect the fruit from premature rotting and insects. Also, don't be tempted to pick all the apricots at once. Apricots continue to ripen after they're picked, so gather only as many as you need. And one more thing, don't forget to check the ground. Some of the sweetest apricots fall naturally when they're ripe and ready. Gently does it. With a careful hand and a keen eye, you'll be picking apricots like a pro. Picked a bunch of apricots and not sure how to store them? Don't worry, we've got you covered. The key to keeping your apricots fresh and tasty is all in the storage. Let's start with ripe apricots. These little gems are best kept at room temperature. Simply place them in a bowl or a fruit basket and they'll stay fresh for a good few days. But what if you want to prolong their shelf life? Well, that's where your refrigerator comes in handy. Ripe apricots can be refrigerated for up to a week. Just pop them into a plastic bag, seal it, and they're good to go. Now, if you've got a surplus of apricots and you're wondering what to do with them, freezing is a great option. Wash and have your apricots, remove the stones, and then lay them out on a tray to freeze. Once they're frozen, you can transfer them to a freezer bag or container. They'll keep for up to a year, ready to be used in your favorite recipes or enjoyed as a frosty snack. Please share as a comment any tips or techniques you have about picking or storing apricots. Your comment will provide ideas for others to use. Thank you so much for viewing the video. Remember, proper storage is key to enjoying the sweet and tangy goodness of apricots for longer. So store smart and savor the flavor.